Hello, namaste. I'm back to again irritate you all with another reading. Jokes apart. Hi, I'm Chirasree and welcome back to another reading. As you know, I just went live and I said I'm going live again, and this is about the 11-11-20 portal of Twin Flames. What's going on? What's coming up for the 11-11-20 portal for Twin Flames? But before that, we need to check what's coming on 7th of November for Twin Flames, because 7th of November is going to play a very crucial role in the Twin Flames journey, which is going to be reflecting itself on 11-11-20. So what's coming on 7th of November, new beginning. So expect commitment and an acceleration in your Twin Flames journey on 7th of November. Twin Flames, Divine Feminines and Masculine, expect a massive acceleration in your journey. That's on the 7th. So how is that impacting the 8th vibration? The truth will be revealed on 8th. So everywhere the truth has been hidden from you, everywhere the truth has been misleaded, everywhere there has been a lot of unfair attributes around you which have really hurt you to a great extent. Those things will really be dismantled and the truth will be revealed completely on 8th of November, and you will be having a sense of justice and liberation and the Libra energy of justice and balance that's going to be coming into true colors on 8th of November. So 9th of November, there will be certain obstruction and challenges that DM will be facing, and that will be mostly to release certain karmic attributes that DM was holding on to, and certain attributes that DM held back to, which was stopping the DM to rise like a phoenix. Because DF has already had that rising like a phoenix transformation. So DM is now going to have that transformation, that same transformation. And that transformation is coming on 9th for DMs. So what is coming on the 10th? Hope and third eye chakra. So having the hope, holding on to your hope, grasping onto the hope, believing in the process, knowing that it's all happening in divine timing, knowing that it's all meant to be, having to tap into the third eye chakra, a new reality, a new transcendental shift, a new liberating reality, a new truth will be propelling forward on the 10th of this month, that is 10 November. With all these energies being there, what's really coming up on 11-11-20? Prosperity begins. So if there has been any prosperity blocks with you DFGMs, that's getting cleared on 11th for sure. So just go with the flow. It's all in divine timing. Like, I don't know, like I get excited when I have prosperity blocks. I'm like, I don't have to work. God is giving me some rest. I get excited. So I can sleep like 15-16 hours a day. I love to sleep. Sleeping is like my favorite hobby after healing. So DM is getting into full power, full energy on 11-11. So DM is coming into the complete power and alignment energy and taking the stand, taking that stand for DFs, and that's happening on 11th. So intuition, DFs, keep on trusting your intuition and really be in oneness with your intuition, and everything will be falling in place with your DM. So let's see from the Divine Feminine cards what's coming up for 11th, because we have the overall energy of the week right now, like what's coming up. So having to know that, I'm like very excited right now. I cannot tell you how. I cannot contain my excitement. Like literally I can like jump, like dance, like literally I'm in the mood, like I can literally dance right now. I'm that excited. Like I'm excited in general, but then I'm just excited like right now a lot more in my life. Like I'm a very excited person in general. So let's see what's coming up with Divine Feminines on 11-11. Bridget, the goddess of eternal flame. I am the eternal flame, and each day my light grows stronger, grows brighter. Actually, okay, ignore that. So anyway, this is the energy that is activating in DFs, which is very much the rainbow ray activation that is happening for DFs on 11th of November. And how is that going to impact DMs? Green Tara, the Buddha of the enlightened action. My soul informs every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. This is an assurance that you and your DM are always on the same path. And I know the Green Tara frequency very well because I've worked on this frequency like very much. Like, I have embodied Green Tara frequency for a very great phase of my life. Like, I was mostly in this frequency half my life. Like, whatever my soul would say, I'm just gonna do that immediately. Like right now, maybe I would, yeah, like, I'm telling you instances about maybe 2-3 years down the line, there was this internal voice like, Chirasree, go to Himachal. I would like immediately pack my bag and leave. I'm that kind of a person, like highly impulsive, who just, the moment I get some feeling, I act according to that. So what I can assure you is that your DM and you are exactly on the same page, exactly aligning in the same page, and your DM is getting into a very action oriented energy, whereas this is like eternal flame Bridget energy is like a very flowing energy. So DM isn't getting into the action oriented energy, and when DM is getting into the action oriented energy, I'm ready to take the action, I'm ready to follow my heart, I'm ready to follow my impulses, I'm ready to be a child. And DM is ready to come in that energy and take the action and the charge. DF is rather in the energy where DF is flowing. DF is ready to flow, DF is ready to flow, DF is ready to flow, DF is ready to flow. And DM is in the energy where I'm ready to take the charge, I'm ready to take the action. And because DM is ready to take the charge and action and hold this energy of foundation, DF's energy can effortlessly flow without having to question anything and worry about anything. And that's like the natural course of your being of twin flame journey, which is coming into a state of balance and alignment by 11th. So it's going to happen way before 11th, like maybe 7th to 9th. Between that transition, this has already happened. So already on 11th, you guys are holding this vibration of flow and charge. Force and charge vibration is like a tuning for the divine feminine and masculine collective. So let's see from another deck. I'm actually in the mood to read some poetry, so I'm gonna be live again, forever again. Like, I don't know, don't y'all get irritated? Like, I think I'm the most irritating YouTuber to y'all. No, I know I'm not. And now I'm loved, but just kidding, because I'm like, I come live, I'm like, I don't want to go away. I just love coming live, and I just don't know why. But it's like, I love to read stuff, I love to share wisdom. It's like, I don't know, I just love it. So that's why I flow in the course. So these are going to be some Rumi Oracle card messages. So I don't know which poetry is coming, but I'm going to read the whole message because I just love Rumi Oracle poetry. Like, that this whole deck and the messages out there, I'm like very fond of it. And I'm very fond of words in general, actually. So 11-11-20 message for divine feminine. I got 3 cards. It's gonna be like more like quick card reading feeling I'm getting, so I'm not gonna turn them. You see, like divine masculines and in general. So we have a lot of messages to read and 2 more cards because I just want to pull them out. So, divine feminines, the Aldoza star of Venus. Venus energy needs some integration right now. So let's integrate these energies. Like, by the time I finish reading it, 11-11-20 is happening right now in your life. Like, your life is about to change. So, whoever had suggested this question, I think it was Nikita. Yes, so thank you. Or Sushma, I don't remember. But whoever suggested this reading, thanks to that person, because that's what brought me here, so we could start reading. So let's read this poetry. 118. That's a page number. I mean, I lost it, like literally lost it, you see. Lost it in love. Anyway. Okay, so enter the lion's jungle. Don't think of getting hurt. Fearful thoughts are phantoms of the mind. No one is harmed in the jungle. In this jungle, everything is compassion and love. It is your fear holding you back like a bar behind the door. How I celebrate for you. After so long away from you home, you are finally returning. Beyond the threshold of fire, fear, you dispense with your doubts and hesitations, causations, and tentativeness. They are old friends with whom you no longer have anything in common. Goodbye, old friends, I wish you very well. You say, whilst turning your face to the burgeoning life of new and yet ancient world you are visiting as though for the first time, and yet somehow also remember deep in your sacred heart. Finally we can sit together in a charming courtyard at home. We shall tell our tales of adventure and laugh, and we'll dance and sing. Eventually day pass into the night, and we'll gaze beneath our feet, our mouths gaping open in awe and minds utterly blank, rendered dumb in sweet submission to the beauty as we watch the world spinning on her axis. After so long, you are changing your relationship to fear. No more shall it hold you in its thrall. You are becoming able to observe it, to witness it, even to have compassion rather than resistance. Instead of unconsciously sabotaging your growth and choosing to slumber in darkness, you awaken and delight in the light and sound of your divine being. Push and pull, one step forward and half step back. So it has been for so long, and you have endured. Yes, you are winning the race, brave one, and fear is left to frizzle out. It is always a far less beautiful firework than your passionate conviction for love anyway. Better to let the dazzling firework come to light instead, much more satisfying. What a spiritual marathon you have been running. Now at the end in the sight, you are drinking the sacred waters to replenish you from your journey. The cups are pushed into your hands by encouraging angels as you approach that place the sash marking the finish line. Your body and soul are on this journey together, and now they are ready for victory and yet to rest and recover from the effort. Rest now before a new adventure begins from a completely different state of being. This oracle comes with a spiritual guidance for you. You have broken through a barrier and self-imposed barrier of fear, whether it seemed to originate from within your consciousness or from an external set of circumstances that held you back from taking the steps that you are now taking or just about to take. The steps may feel strange, new, uncertain, and exciting. Your mind might not have received the memo that fear based existence is no longer in operation for you. It may need a loving, tender, reassuring, and firm update that relationship you have with fear is rather different. You are the witness, not the victim. Your consciousness is strong enough to hold it in compassion. You do not collapse its weight. In fact, it's becoming less and less substantial for you. When it is there, it seems like less convincing than what it once appeared to be, compelling still at times perhaps, but not anywhere near as powerful as it once was, and the power has been claimed by your heart instead. So give your mind the memo. Get used to a new day and take steps. Take your legs. You'll find them more powerful and ready. Get set, fly. Test your wings. Trust is one. Daring is the other. You will find them enthusiastic and flight and ready to learn to ride the currents and purpose, built for soaring to the great heights. Trust in your visions without the murky filter of fear. It is sharp and clear. You can see what is meant for you, what is true for you, what is beckoning for you forward. Take the running leap. There is no darkness and light for you anymore, just life living free and clear. It's running and flying beside you. Will soar and dive and rise together. Let's play. So I'm like speechless. So next message is the Cloak of Christ. Like, I don't know how to react. Like, my God. Just calm down. So next question, next card. I'm like literally lost it today. Like, oh my God. the Cloak of Christ. In the school of humanity, when you become intimate with God, you reside on the King's throne and teach the angels the nature of the divine. My sacred brother, he who shares my heart and yours, beating as one in harmony with the great rending love, brings you the mantle of his protection. Do you imagine that there is any part of you, your life, of your body, or of your soul, that is outside of the realm of his divine love and protection? Offer all to him, leave nothing cast aside. He and I together receive you absolutely without condition now. The compassion born out of own struggle tempers the karmic weight of the divine justice. We've been through the same journey you are taking now, sweet divine soul. In oneness with your divine heart, we know your efforts and your struggles. So, what is bestowed upon you now is restoration of forgiveness, kindness, and mercy. The sacred brother speaks to you. He shall receive your darkness and your light, the angel of your heart and the demon of your fear. Nothing is greater than my brother's love for you. Nothing is greater than my body, my holy passion for you. Take refuge under the cloak of Christ, the mantle of my sacred brother, and know that you are held in our loving sanctuary. You are tired, beloved. Your soul has been ravaged inside and out, and you are succumbing to struggle that is not karmic or necessary, but a symptom of fatigue and weariness of heart, mind, body, and soul. That which plagues you. Whether something specific or general nagging, malaise, or anxiety you cannot quite pin down, it is not as powerful as you fear. You are given a grace here and now, and that it may be overcome. Remember, your reactions are a symptom of your exhaustion and a sign that you need to respite, sanctuary, and restoration. They are not a sign that something must be done so much as a sign that something must be received aloud, that something is healing and made possible through divine protection. In this instance, protection is bestowed through the cloak of Christ. The cloak is a sacred container that places your body and soul within the loving energy of Christ consciousness. This unconditionally loving energy is not limited to your being bearing its name, but it is shared by Rumi and many other holy ones. It is typified by wholeness. There is nothing within you that would cause the Christ to turn away from you, not even those parts of you which may fill you with fear, shame, guilt, regret. He and Rumi are sacred brothers, loving and supportive of each other, and they see your soul as one of their family, one of their own. You are so loved by them both equally and without measure. Can you allow yourself to take refuge in this knowledge? To feel not only as an idea nourishing as that it is just a visceral reality where you complete the sacred honoring ritual and allow yourself to feel peace and receive healing. The knowledge of the Christ's unconditional love for you is a safe place, a place to fall into when you are struggling. It is a sacred container for your healing process, an energetic field that is stronger and more enduring than even the greatest fears or doubts. The purpose of the sacred container is to provide you with a feeling of being held, especially for those times when you are feeling that you cannot hold yourself. Sometimes we just need permission to break down, to really let go, to come apart and be disassembled, so that we can break through, be lifted up, and come together in a new and more spiritual, coherent, and loving form to move forward. For you, this is essential. There is a person, place, thing, belief that has come to be like a manacle around your wrist, or an iron ball or leg iron, preventing you to moving forward with grace you have earned spiritually. You are being empowered here to shed that. Don't hesitate. Let yourself be cloaked in Christ's energy and receive the spiritual assistance you deserve. There is a reason for this. The unfolding of your life purpose is taking a turn for the better, and your energy is required to fuel the new life. This is particularly so that you have also drawn the oracle of passion for purpose, or intuitively feel drawn to read the message of the card and complete its accompanying sacred honoring ritual. Just remember that whenever we are asked to release something, it is because divine wishes to fill our hearts and hands with more. Do not hold on to scraps of fear that feast will be denied to you. Use your nose, smell the feast awaiting you. So I'm really getting a call to read the message from Passion for Purpose and do the sacred ritual also with you all. So that's 24. As I said, I think I'm going to stay alive forever today. So, Passion for Purpose. Love like life flows through the heart. Feel the thrill of the flow and say nothing. Do you want to find your way to fulfill your divine destiny? It's like those advertisements. To know the purpose of your presence within the sacred body of Earth Mother, your heart is questioning for deeper meaning. It desires certainty as to your sacred tasks for this lifetime. Your heart wants to know why you were born, for what purpose. You must know that the answer to the question is love. I bring you your answers straight from the heart of the universe. Be wild within your passion to what which stirs your soul even when it makes you uncomfortable, especially then. For what is being truly alive if not a decision to be open instead of resistant, to be wild rather than comfortable, so that any moment we will be ready for the invitation of a divine beloved to come closer. I call to you now that you that is beyond your mind, the you that the heart knows, the you that cannot deny life. To that, I ask this question: what stirs the passion of your nature? Do that, be that. As you grow on the spiritual path, so too does our ability to serve life, to serve love, to honor humanity, and to offer contribution that is unique to us. That could only flow in this particular way through the quality of our own soul light. Even light holds its own beauty, and every light has a particular task to fulfill on the divine path of life. To help us remember this, lest we get too easily distracted by pain and stress that happens in life, we were given as an built reminder. The reminder is our passion. We may think that the passion is not particularly practical. We may feel fearful that with the passion there is no guarantees of success, that we may even be throwing away a stable or secure life to pursue a passion. These are the fears of many modern society, yet they are so misplaced. Life supports all beings based on their true nature. The birds given air in which to fly, and fish are given water in which to swim. Plants are given light to open plains or darkness of damp rainforest depending on their needs for growth. Different flowers flourish in different environments. Bees have wings that are very small but powerful enough to move with such speed and rotation that their heavy bodies can fly. Each aspect of creation is given its what it requires so it may become what it's meant to be for its unique destiny to be fulfilled. So it is with humanity. Each one of us has something in our hearts that means something to us. That means something to us. It is irrelevant whether it seems practical or a recipe for success or not. We are simply meant to be what we are, to serve life faithfully from a place of honoring the truth of our nature that we genuinely feel passionate about, to allow for life to naturally support growth according to our genuine nature. Where we get into difficulty is not in bringing our genuine passions to life, for this life supports this, but in learning to let go of attachment to how that happens. Where we can struggle to free ourselves and expectation to have something we are not. The divine path of love asks us to become conscious of and then unlearn the play acting of attempting to be a false self, so that we may learn to simply love and accept our real self. We may even have struggle on our hands to remember who our real self actually is for a time. Fortunately, there is a pleasure in the journey of returning to passion that makes the process of self discovery a sweet one. But we must be brave, even the sweetness of the life journey back to the real self. We must dare to believe that we are not broken, that we are not inadequate or better off to be like some other person or some other person's view of how they think we should be. We must be brave enough not to believe in the layers of guilt and shame. We must be bold enough not to fear our passion. As we dive deeper within and explore what truly makes us tick, what makes us feel alive, we must be open, curious, and non-judgmental. That may be a subtle journey at first. We may feel as though we are looking in the dark and wondering if we will ever catch a glimpse of the light of passion, meaning we hope to find. The passionate purpose may at first be barely recognizable amongst all the should, cannot, must do of our lives. As we stay true to the path, however, the light will become unmistakably clear. Our passion will reveal itself to us as essential as our breath. We would feel as though we were not alive without it. How could we have missed it all these years, perhaps all those lifetimes? It will seem so obvious then, burning so clear in our hearts, that it cannot be more obvious that we simply must live the desire, this passion, this purpose, or else spiritually perish into a shriveled up shell of a person denying the life itself. No, that's not what. That shall not be. Passion must and shall prevail. This oracle comes to you with guidance. You are being initiated more deeply into your life purpose. Your passion will reveal itself with more depth, nuance, and beauty than ever before. If parts of your life are dissembling or do not seem to be working out as you had planned, these are symptoms of the passionate revelation. Be curious and open to what presents itself in the wake of falling away. Be ready for the journey within now. You're stronger enough to leave behind the need for external validation whilst you learn to validate yourself in time. Soon, in fact, you shall reveal your innermost beauty and be witnessed and received and acknowledged for your innate value, purpose, and divinity. For now, sweet one, dive deep. Be different. I'm gonna go mad today. And determined to honor your heart so your deep passion may be witnessed by you and eventually naturally make its way into the sacred expression in the world. If you have recently discovered a new talent or purpose or have been dreaming of some big dreams, this oracle comes to you with the guidance and confirmation. You're excited. Follow the excitement. Let it lead you into your own heart truth and onto an ever more passionate path of purposeful living. Sit with your one hand at your belly and one hand at your heart. So we're gonna do this ritual. So you can follow it, but I'm gonna follow the exact step because it's Rumi oracle. So Rumi, who loves me unconditionally, brother of my soul, guardian of my heart, help me witness, receive, and express the divine depths of my passionate purpose. With merciful grace, help me know my life purpose and fulfill my unique divine destiny this lifetime. May I be gifted with the ability to consciously recognize the guiding hand of love on my journey, that I may serve the same hand through passionate and purposeful existence surrendered into the greater passionate purpose of the universal heart. So be it. Sit quietly and imagine or intend that the energy from the universal heart of love is flowing through the back of your heart now and circulating between your heart, belly, and your heart. Any excess of the old energy flows out through your heart as beautiful energy of love streams into your being. Stay with the gentle process for as long as it feels right for you. You may feel emotion, sexual energy, nothing much at all. Whatever happens does not appear to happen. It is perfect for you at this time. Trust and let it be. So the next message is Cosmic Heart. Just this activation is also happening in Divine Masculine Energy Consciousness. So let's see the message coming up. I was dead. I became alive. I was tears. I became laughter. The power of love arrived and made me everlasting power. I have seen everything. I have no fear. I have the heart of a lion. I shine like Venus. I'm in that extensive love mode for my DM today. So, yeah. I hear it and weep. In sublime reverence, I bow down to the living, beating, and loving heart of the universe. It echoes throughout all of creation. Once, some time ago, I was deaf. I had not heard one true sound, much noise, but no truth. So I believed in many things not worth believing in. Then, in a moment of my crisis that cracked my heart open, I was given a gift. Though I felt fear and confusion, a gift came to me more powerful than the temporary ailments. The gift was the ability to hear the sound of the sound hidden beneath all life. I heard it. That sacred sound of the beating heart of the universal love. Now I know the belief in the unworthy things like fear and doubt is lunacy. Even my loneliness became unconvincing to me. We are animated by this living heartbeat, part of the life that is sustained by it. You and I, the planets of birds and fishes, emerged from the great source because of this beating heart of the universe. It pumps life through our veins. What proof of this is needed? You live. This is the proof. I hear it everywhere now. It has become so loud, louder than any word of fear. It resonates through my soul and eclipses any tremor and anxiety. This is the time on the journey of love and the beloved that would be me and would be you and me, sweet soul, is prepared to engage more completely with the heart of the divine lover. The preparation will be a rich process, spiritually speaking. It may also feel like being beaten, pummeled, simmered, and stirred in the pot of the divine master chef to become a sacred savory meal fit for the most heavenly of feasts. This is a courageous and bold process, and that will create the most delicious aromas in the soul. And yet, it is one of that will likely take us right to the places we would rather avoid, places of confrontations with pain, but where the loss of its grip on our uh, being no longer lets us quake and retreat from life in fear or uncertainty. You have been through this tantalizing trials, the push, the surrender, fear, the realization your attempts at control amount to not so much actually. So why not abandon them altogether? Back in resistance to what is. You've been asked to become comfortable with the possible discomfort of not knowing and to understand you don't have to understand anything for life to work out with perfect synchronicity and generous grace. You've been asked to bear darkness, hope for return to light. You've been asked to trust in your own heart wisdom when your mind was terrorized by nightmares and hallucinations of fear. They are so powerful, you were certain that they must be real, that you must be crazy not to run and hide somehow, somewhere. As yet you are here, still loving, still wise, ready for love bigger than you've ever experienced before. So we step forward together, you and I. I link my arm around yours and I urge you on. Let us run together and jump over the edge. No more half living in any way for you and me. We will weep crystal clear tears, and we will laugh with such joy that stars will burst forth and burn upon our exaltations. We will hear the beating of the cosmic heart pounding in our ears, and how we shall dance to it. That sacred, intoxicating rhythm moves hips and hands and hearts, raising the soul from slumber. But the heart does not beat so loud. It can be startling to the parts of you unused to such wild, unconditional affection and rowdy playfulness. You may worry that this great love is not going to be careful enough with you. But if you get tossed around in the great oceans of love, you will surely be disoriented and become lost to the world you once knew. How then will you know where to go? Fear not, my soulmate. Love has its own wisdom and its way. We shall become lost in its genius together, whilst in our minds are tripped this way and that, tumbled in the love's great ways, and we shall be forced to surrender our useless intelligence and become mindless. Then how easy it is shall become the perfection for the perfection of love of love to guide us. For there shall be nothing within to question and resist. We will no longer have to find that way, for we will become that way. This oracle comes with a special guidance for you. More love is rushing towards you like a great cosmic tsunami. You will struggle with this blessing to the extent that you will attempt to hold on to what has been. So don't let go, let it move you. You'll perhaps get some water up your nose, but nothing will you come to you that you cannot handle. You you will be disheveled somewhat, undoubtedly. Yet, as you are washed up upon love's shining shore, keeping every hair in every place will be the last thing on your mind. You'll be too caught up in the wonder of perfection, realizing how deeply loved you are and how unnecessary it is to contrive a way to live your purpose. Instead, you have no idea what is going on. you will You'll be surrendered in passionate embrace with life and simply being your exquisite, crazy, unique nature, saturated in divine love. It will drip from you, out of your feet, your eyes, your voice, your touch. You'll water the earth with love's oceanic presence. Oh, how the tsunami will deliver you into your divine destiny. No need for any contrivance. Let your hair get messed up. Your destiny awaits. That was like the most beautiful message I've read. So again, for Divine Feminines, next card is coming beyond the threshold of fear. So wherever there is fear present, so let's see. Enter the lion's jungle. Don't think about. Yeah, I think I read this beyond the. Okay. Enter the lion's jungle. Don't think about getting hurt. Fearful thoughts are phantoms of the mind. No one is harmed in the jungle. Everything is compassion and love. It is your fear holding you back like bar behind the door. The same message that had come. Merciful Mother Jamal. So next message. A sudden resurrection, a countless blessings, a blazing fire in the jungle of thoughts. Today you arrive with laughter to break open the jail. You blazing angel, capable of so much, you evoke this testing hand of life. Why not when you cannot fail? Yet, in your sweet surrender, how can the great beloved not respond in kind or offer you so less comfort and mercy? For all, not all success must be hard won. Can you imagine this, the sweet face of your all powerful? It shines upon you as the love emanating from the Holy Mother's eyes, the golden radiance of her body and her gentleness of her touch. This is your birthright now, your divine inheritance. The mercy of all merciful, let the soft and hard edges of your life and your being and bring to you the grace that is deserved. This oracle brings you a message. There is a shift taking place now in a matter of great importance to you. From Jalal to Jamal, from justice to mercy. This is your path, your destiny, your blessings are now opening up before you. It may be a particular matter, however, it is likely to include your entire life orientation. You are being granted refuge, respite, and shelter from the storms of struggle and doubt, and being given a divine sanctuary of self, a safe harbor. You shall find that unraveling the struggle and pain now how happens through the tenderness and gentle approach. You are being asked to take stock of your own thoughts and attitudes. Having to be tough and play hardball in the past has served its purpose. Yet this oracle comes to you with guidance to become softer in your way and your attitude. Can you gently and but firmly place to one side the judge within, and the one side that score and demands retribution, an eye for an eye, the exponent absolute justice? Can you invite instead the one who gentles the aggressive lord within and allows you to bow before the great lady who loves is wise, who steadies the workings of the world with the softest of touches? Don't let fear that if you suddenly give yourself a break, all your discipline, hardness, toughness, suffering will go to waste. No, all things provide learning and serve divine purpose. But now there is no reason to continue in that way. It is time to learn another way. You are strong enough to now become gentle. It is there. If there is a foe or a fight in your life, ask for Mother or of Mercy to bless it into resolution. You are being given a message that your prayers are powerful, although action in the world is a part of your soul purpose and plan. When you pray, have conviction that your prayers are real and are heard and are responded by the great universal heart. So pray carefully and thoughtfully. Be present and speak as if you were speaking to your dearest, oldest, and most influential, powerful friend. Because of the course is exact what you are doing, pray from the heart and trust the power of your prayers. There is no limit to what you can pray about, nothing too unspiritual or unworthy, nothing. So pray. This oracle brings you a message that great power of compassion is reaching for you, that it wants to help you but is wanting for you to ask. So ask and you shall receive. I call upon Jamal, Mother of Mercy, upon Rumi, who loves me unconditionally, and ask for your grace, intervention, and blessing now in all matters of life. I accept help of the universal compassion seeking to bestow itself upon me now. Thank you. So let's see the next message that is coming up is I surge the universal wave of love. So there is a huge shift coming up. My life can be summed in 3 accounts. I was raw, I cooked, and I burnt. I surge on the uprising wave of life. No gravity can stop me from rising. The moon pulls the tide of life towards her, and my soul in oneness with all the love answers her call. A wave of love consumes me, and upward I fly, flying through water to greet her shining body. Led by my heart, my wits are addled, and my mind becomes blurry mess. And so I feel the truth of her, and the divine reflection shines back at me from her radiant heart. I'm extremely excited today. So anyway, we have a couple of messages. So enter the garden of delight. So this card is an indication is that you are entering the new earth frequency, the Gaia portal completely. Sacred Phoenix Heart, the rising of the Phoenix in divine feminine and masculine, and rising of the sexual energy to bring the divine feminine masculine together. Arise, the time has come when you just let go of that fear and just come out, because the time has come to arise, to go to the next level in your journey. A new gown, a new way of beginning, and finally Sacred Convergence with the last card for 11/11/20 portal with 11 Sacred Convergence. I cannot help but read this message before we end this video. I have a habit of saying session because I'm always in my sessions. So where is the message? Roaming about the town, the master was holding a light, saying, I am weary of the demons and the beasts. A human is what I am longing for. The human cannot be found. We have searched. What can be found is what I am longing for. All the poor and needy, I will not accept small pieces of ruby. The mine of the finest rubies is what I am longing for. One hand holding a cup of wine and the other hand the curls of the beloved. A dance like this in the middle of the circle is what I am longing for. How have I longed for you, my very own? Look no further for the family beyond your family, the relationship beyond all your relationship, than the great love that unveils all other loves to mere reflection of the great one, and the true love is here for you now. It is I who has sought you through the stirrings of your own heart. Yes, it was I, hidden beneath every secret yearning, and something more, something full, something special, something all encompassing beyond every yearning always have hidden. Now I show myself to you that you may become so filled with some passionate devotion that I hold for you, that your mind will fall away, overwhelmed by the sheer intensity of love, tossed into an ocean of silent, unending bliss. Come to me, we ought to be now in the sacred convergence of silent, eternal passion. So, definitely, collective consciousness 11/11/20, get very, 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 very ready for your union, and very, 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 very ready for something magical. And since that is the so, let me send you a message from God. What does God want us to know? Light and joy and peace abide in me. So we had got this card before though. So I am among the ministers of God. And the third message that God has for us. I choose the joy of God instead of pain. So whatever is causing you pain, let go of that pain and know that everything that you truly desire, your twin flame is going to actually meet you there, and all your wishes and desires will come true and will be fulfilled, and even your twin flame will be living your permanent harmonious union in absolute peace, salvation, without having to anything to worry about, but live a life of great glory and peace in the name of Jesus. Thank you and love and light to you. Namaste.